I'm moving on to the heads for my Redhead decoys. I'm making the heads out of pine. I keep my eyes open for material being discarded that I can use in my projects. I have these two chunks of pine. It came from a small pallet. And I have these two chunks as well. They were timber rafter cutoffs. All of these are material that I scrounged and were earmarked for decoy heads. I made these head patterns for my plan, and I want multiple head positions in my finished decoys. I'm going to first cut this into an easier to handle size and true the edges. Once again, I'm off to the bandsaw. Next, I'm going to cut the top profile. For some reason, looking at the head at this stage reminded me of this guy. My last step on the bandsaw is to cut out the sides of the head. I'm going to do some sanding with a sanding drum. I'm going to use a drill press, but you could chuck this up in a handheld drill and do the same thing that I'm going to do. And some shaping with the Dremel tool. and of course some sanding. I'm using my plan to mark the outline of the bill. In this next step, I'm going to create a separation and shadow line at the outline of the bill. When I'm done, I'm going to have something that looks like this. To have the bill raised from the plumage is the reverse of anatomically correct, but it's common practice among decoy carvers. Now I'm going to be using 3 X-Acto knives. I'm going to be using one with a pointed blade, one with a curved blade, and a third one with a square chisel blade. My first step is going to be with the pointed blade X-Acto knife. I'm going to cut straight down on that pencil line. I would recommend using extreme caution because a slip of the blade could mean a trip to the emergency room. Next, I'm going to take that square chisel blade and I'm going to remove material perpendicular. I'm going to make a cut perpendicular up to that cut I made with the pointed knife. Carvers often exaggerate the depth of this to create a heavier shadow. And I repeat the process and cut a little deeper with the pointed knife and then go back to the chisel. And at that point, I'm going to stop there and a little bit of hand sanding, and I think we'll be in good shape. So just like the body, there's a limit to the amount of hand sanding I can do. Got to keep in mind they're gunning decoys. And I think I'm going to stop there.